So what's going on, everybody? I'm here to tell you stuff because well, I was hungry and had the idea of eating, but then also the idea of making a Riders Republic review also came up in my mind, and I'm thinking, damn, I could get an easy 5 views from this and literally gain nothing out of this, or potentially actually get a few thousand views. But anyway, so I'm just gonna get straight into this. This is not Steep 2. Literally, when I got it, like when I saw the first gameplay of someone on YouTube playing this, they were like, this is basically Steep 2. Now, with the gameplay that I saw, I believed it. I was like, damn, because he didn't show every single thing. He showed the good parts, the highlights, everything like that. And I'm thinking, damn, this man is literally selling it. He is, like, not selling it like, oh wow, I know it's fake. No, he literally was so perfect that I ended up going for Christmas. I asked my mother, can you get me Riders Republic? And you know what she says? She said no. So you know what I proceeded to do? Double pump her in her freaking face because she's such a poopy head. No, but getting all seriousness though, out of it all, this is not Steep 2. You can look at the gameplay. When I crash, you can see that I just stand back up. I teleport back up on my bike. Now, if I didn't teleport back up on my bike and they've let me ragdoll somewhere, I would love that. Now, that's a feature they can add later on. They could have an update where they decide, we're gonna add ragdolling, and you can get up and everything like that. That's what made, well, that's what made Steep. Like, Steep was amazing, you know. I had the game and everything. I don't have any gameplay of it because the disc's currently broken. But it was one of the most fun games, and I don't think I've actually ever had more fun playing one game from Ubisoft that was not that. Now, I'm not saying Riders Republic's fully shit. No, it's great. They fucking it went from it went from snow to land, and what they've personally done to for the land would be a lot more different, because not only did they just add the land, they also added the snow and everything. So they've added, like, there's a full map and everything, and they've had to add more vehicles so you can get to places faster. They've had to add, and the first person in this game is so much, oh, it's fucking beautiful. But apart from that, there's not much more this game does better. There's more the bikes, I love it. Love the idea of having bikes as a Steep game. Love the idea. Personally, I think it was one of the, I loved it. Like, I can't lie. I would be lying if I said, no, I don't like it. No, I loved it. I love the fact that they've done it to bikes and everything. And if they make a number 2 of Riders Republic, I guarantee maybe they I probably say guarantee, because I think this is I think I've heard so many people complain about this, about how there was no ragdolling. Now, maybe they can't add it right now. Maybe they don't want to add it. Maybe that's the issue. But if they add ragdolling, they'll see that it just is better for the whole thing. That, like, the whole company would probably get more out of it, because so many people would play it. Because you know what made Steep fun? Going down a cliff and just killing yourself, basically. And you cannot sit here, if you've played Steep, you cannot sit down here and say to me, nah, Steep honestly was pretty dog shit for that. No, literally, I don't think I've met any player that played Steep that never once went ahead and said, oh, I killed myself. I never killed myself on purpose. I only did it on accident. You're a psychopath if you haven't done it. And if you have the game and you haven't done it, I highly suggest you do it, and you will literally see the definition of fun in video games now. Because that's the problem. Every video game goes for graphics now. They put more attention to graphics than anything else. And don't get me wrong, that's perfectly fine. You can have a game that you want to look good and everything, but have the features that you had it in the last game. Like, could you imagine if they put Steep, like, if everything was the same as Steep on this, but except there was bikes too? Like, imagine Steep with bikes, and there was off-road, and you could go on it. Tell me, how fun would that game be? That game would be really fun. You can't even sit here and just go, no, it wouldn't be fun. No, that game would be fun. And you can look at people playing it and comparing it. You see that Steep is probably the better game in so many ways. But I'm not saying this game is dog shit. This game is really fun. The beginning of the campaign? Bullshit. Fucking hate it. That you don't have control to free roam until eventually you've done enough of the shit that they've asked you to do. Now, after they've done the shit they've asked you to do, honestly, when you unlock a new bike or something like that, it is the best feeling ever. And you know what? I don't blame people for grinding this game. Like, I've played online, I got absolutely annihilated. I got shit on. They were so much more better than me. But I never once went ahead and let this, stop me and everything. I knew people were better than me, and I knew there was going to be some hard stuff. But, yeah. But the game, genuinely, is fun. If you can get good at the game, I said, if you were good at Steep originally, and you are used to the controls on Steep, you're settled with this game. Because this game is so similar to Steep in certain ways that, well, not even in certain ways, this game is practically, I understand why people call this Steep 2. This game is very similar to Steep 2, just you're on land this time. There's snowboarding. But I say it's not Steep 2 because you can't crash. You can't literally try kill yourself. You can't do all that type of stuff. Now, I can understand maybe why they've decided to do that due to, suicidal rates and people getting into gaming, and, more people are probably going to become depressed, especially in Australia, because, we're getting fucking COVID cases too much, man. Way too much. But you cannot sit here tell me that the game would not be more fun without ragdolling. If you were allowed to ragdoll on this game, do you know how much I would be on? I wouldn't even play the story. I would just be getting on a cliff and fucking send myself. Now, also the CPU is kind of fucking favored. In the racing, I've literally seen a CPU fucking just go right past the checkpoint, not even go through it, just goes around it, and it still counts as them going into the checkpoint. So I took that as a kind of oh wow, favoritism game. That's understandable, but this game is fun. I'll give it that, and it does kind of help you if you grind. If you grind, you do get better at the game, and I don't mean oh you learn more tricks. No, the bikes you get are genuinely better. The fucking snowboard, the skis you get are so much more better. And that's the thing with this game, is that they've decided to make it a game that you have to grind. And if you don't grind it, then it's not going to be enjoyable. Because you're just going to be stuck with the basic shit. You're not going to have much fun. The only way you can get the new shit is if you pay. And I believe paying's an option. I don't know. I could be horribly wrong. But, you can't sit here and, say that this game is not a game where they force you to grind. No, this game literally is about grinding. Now, I'm not even good yet. And these clips that I have aren't even good. This is all in one day. And it's not impressive, I know. Don't you dare go in that comment section and start slandering me because it sucks. I know it sucks. And I know I'm dog shit. You don't need to tell me, little Timmy. I don't care that you grinded the game to the point where you can do a quadruple backflip flat. I don't care. I literally don't care. But you know what? It actually gets there. And you know what? I'm also using the default settings. So please do not give me a hard time, guys. I struggle. But, no. But, seriously, though. This game is actually enjoyable. I hear a lot of, big YouTubers who liked Steep more give this game such a hard time, and I'm here to tell you that I don't know if it's worth your money. I'm fucking 15. I don't pay rent, so I don't know if it's gonna be oh well, I could have got fucking food with that money, but I brought this fucking shitty game. I don't know. I personally like it. I have different opinions from other people, and other people have different opinions from me. And that's fine, I don't care. But you do have to come to the realization that in certain ways, this game is better than Steep. And I will tell you one thing, why it's better than Steep, even though I gave you a bunch of reasons why Steep's better. The tricks. There are more tricks and more things to go on. Now, tell me, do you not enjoy doing fucking tail whips on a BMX bike? Fucking doing unrealistic things? Like, this game is unrealistic in certain ways, and I understand Steep's also unrealistic. Sure, you can't fucking go headfirst into a rock without a helmet head first and then survive it like nothing and get back up like it's nothing. I understand, but the game adds an unrealistic touch to tricks, to where, like, and they also, but the thing is about them not adding the realism is they also have made it realistic at the same time, where these tricks aren't impossible to do, but where you're jumping from and how you're landing these tricks, they are not fucking possible. It is impossible to land them in real life. If I were to go out, try this, grind, like, literally dedicate my whole life, do this when I'm 22, and I were to do that, I'm tearing my ACL. I'm tearing the MCL, the ACL, the fucking, my livers are falling out of my guts by some of the jumps I'm doing off in this game. But that's what makes the game fun, is that now you can jump off a cliff, do a mad trick, and stick that landing. Like, you can't sit here and go, oh no, the game sucks because it's not, because you can't, like, just ragdoll. Like, I understand, ragdolling's fun. If they added ragdolling, you know what, this game would be better than practically every other game. But you know what, this is a good game. This is one of the few best games. Now, this isn't going to be the only video game review. I'm doing The Last of Us Part 2. Now, when you hear that one's going to take a while, because I want to play through the entire story, and guess what? I have to try verse that one fucking monster, and that shit's scary. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that monster is fucking scary. He is terrifying. I literally shit myself. I have a full-on screenshot. I will show you guys the screenshot of this fucker, and you will see how scary he is. Like, I don't think you guys fully understand the fear I have of this guy. But anyway, the video is getting close to ending, so I might have to add more clips to this, or potentially I'm gonna have to drag it. I'm gonna have to try and get it closed. Anyway, so with all this happening, this game is kinda good. This game is good. Now, I could be saying that because I got it for free for Christmas and all that, and you know, and I didn't have to pay money. But at first I didn't want to play this game. I'm like, well, I don't get the same gear and all that, and in the Zen thing, so I kind of have to play my career and all that. But then once I got past my career, like the early stages where I have to continue, and I mean continuously, go full like, oh shit, well, I guess I'm gonna, you know, shit, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just suck. I'm gonna stop playing forever. And that's when I played Apex, and I've now gotten good at Apex because I dedicated more hours to that game than this. But now I'm starting to dedicate more hours to this game, and this game seems to be more fun than most games I've played in quite some time. You ask most people, this is a fun game, this game is enjoyable, and some people that don't give two shits about how much money they spend on a video game would tell you this is worth your money. But people that are on a strict budget and can buy only certain, like, games that are on special, and when there's a game that isn't on special, it can affect them. This is a complete different thing. This might not be your cup of tea. If you were into the Steep game, and you liked the ragdoll, this is not worth your time. But if you liked doing the tricks and all that, and going to parks, grinding and all that, this game is 100% for you. But anyway, as this video is wrapping up, I'm going to tell you one of the best things about of this game, and that is indeed the graphics. Now, I don't have a graphics card, and this in the video, but what I've seen, the game doesn't actually look like it's fucking garbage. I've recorded myself on Apex, The Last of Us, all that. It seems all prickly and all that, and doesn't look too good, and looks like I would rather fucking watch someone get a heart transplant for fucking 30 minutes than actually watch my videos on that. But this is a good game, and you do need to realize that. But anyway, as we're wrapping up, this is a great video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys potentially in a few years, months, or maybe decades. Anyway, I love yous, some of yous, mainly Quinn and Shifty Darkness. Adios, my amigos.